All right, you can see up here on that soffit area, I did get the mudding done. A little bit of pulling away right there. We did get some rain last night. This batch, I made a little wet, so I'll have to redo that. It took about 2 batches, so I'll have to just come through and check. It looks like that didn't quite work. Amazing. But like I said, we do have to get the, oh my gosh. We got to get the gutters done. Look at that. That 1/4 inch of rain. Wore off quite a bit of the cob on this buttress. It just came pouring down off that corner, hitting that buttress. So that'll be first order of the day. A little more damage here, and a little bit more there. So if we look up, we can kind of see why. That tarp is kind of buckled out and looks like it must have just been shooting over the top of it onto this buttress. This is the worst. I've never seen it this bad before. So that just shows that our roof is actually working, bringing all the water to one end. Dawn is going to go ahead and put some gravel down in these areas between the buttresses, since all that water is coming down this way, just to keep this area stable. And over here. All right. So today we're going to be working on the inside. I just showed you some of the damage that the rain that we got last night did to the outside. So I will address that probably first thing this morning. We've got our mixer, our pans. In the metal trash can is straw and at least 3 sifted soils to start with. We're going to go ahead and mix them up and start, since we can't really work a whole lot outside with the rain, we're going to start taking care of getting some of this internal mud kind of smoothed out, some of those lumps and bumps a little bit smoother. We're not going to be able to take care of everything, but just to get it a little bit smoother. So for example, let me show you over here. So don't know if you can see it, but see how this wall kind of goes, oops, see how this wall goes in. We're going to try and get that brought out. And then we're going to go ahead and get the mud between where the wood frame walls and the earth bag walls are on all 3 points here. That bathroom side over there by that door, and then this side in the bathroom bedroom area as well. That's what we'll be doing today. So everyone, as you know, we are in the middle of monsoon. And we had a really bad storm yesterday, over 3/4 inch of rain in about 20 minutes. And the winds were 20s and 30s, so it was rather forceful. So first things first this morning, I got to repair some of the stuff from yesterday. And even though we're getting more rain today and the rest of the week probably, I'm still going to go ahead and repair, because I think it still is useful to do that. Helps keep those bags from getting soaked. So that's what I'll be doing first. So contrary to popular belief, or what people say, mud doesn't melt, it just washes off. So I've got a big pile of stuff that was up on the wall already, so I'm going to try that first and get that up there on the wall. I might need just a little more water. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, I think a little bit more water. All right, so I repaired this area yesterday. I've still got a lot more repair work to do. The sun is kind of bright even on a cloudy day. And we got a little more than a quarter inch of rain yesterday after I'd done this, and it all stayed. So it was a gentle rain. It wasn't a forceful rain, so I think that's a good thing. All my repair works, I did this and a couple other spots, have managed to be successful through that. So hopefully the rest of monsoon, it'll just be gentle rains. Won't be that forceful 30-40 mile an hour wind driving rain. Oh, and we did have hail with the rain that caused this damage too. Just a little pea-sized hail, nothing huge, but still significant because it was driving. So that's where we're at. I've still got some more repair work to do from the damage caused by the storm a couple of days ago. And then we'll get back to the inside and start working on that some more. Since Portland cement's a little hard to get right now, Don went ahead and wanted to try something on this bathroom floor. And I'll show you a couple little snippets of what he was doing. He decided that since the floor wasn't actually completely cured, he went ahead and wet the floor and then screeded it. So most of those divots are gone. He may try it again to get a little bit more level, because you can kind of see it's a little bit wavy. Or we may just decide to go ahead and do our leveling compound, our homemade leveling compound on this floor. But he took care of a lot of those divots just by wetting this floor, because we hadn't sealed it. He was able to wet it, kind of reactivate it, if you will, and screed some of that material, take the high spots, put it in the low spots, pack it in, you know, that kind of thing. So that seemed to work pretty well. We'll see how it goes from here. So we do have power in the house, but just a temporary power. Don wired up one little outlet. We have some wire that's already run through conduit underground. He's wired this one outlet up for right now so that we could do things like mix this cob for the inside of the house. So that's how we're working in here. We don't have any lights set up yet, so we're using a work light. Let me show you what that is. So this is the work light. We've got a couple of them. I don't want to show you the light itself because it's pretty bright. But in here I cannot see inside the mixer, so I have to light up the inside of the mixer so I can see what's going on. All right, I'm going to start on this wall, which is the wall between the bedroom and the bathroom. Now the issue that Don and I were just talking about is there's no way to get the wire mesh attached. There's just not enough room. So we know that we're going to put drywall on this wall. We can either take the drywall out to hide that, or just keep adding a little bit of slip in that gap as it develops, and that will help fill it in. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. But this wall is our double wide, if you will, wall, two walls in one, if you will. And so we're just going to fill behind the 2x4s. This centerpiece here, let me see if I can get it. So this center in between has where the water inlet and outlet will be for the hot water tank. I showed you that last time on the video on the outside. And then this is where all of the electrical for all the outlets and that kind of thing inside the house comes into. We want to keep that free too. So I'm going to just put mud on the bedroom side and then on the opposite side, and leave that gap in between these two walls as far as the mud goes. Further up, as it gets tighter, I'll probably just go ahead and fill it all the way in. But for down here, I'm going to just do it as wide as these bridges are. you know, from the wall to the board, and if it pulls away, we'll add a little bit of slip in there. First things first, we got to get this wall wet, the mud wet where it was in before, and we'll go ahead and get the wood. Increase the chances that it might stick. Kind of doubtful, but we'll try. Along with working on the outside to repair those damaged areas, we're putting a finer mix inside on the walls, along with, you know, as I said, filling in these spaces between the wood frame and the earth bag walls. So we're talking about how we want to proceed for our finish coat on this area of the walls. You know, we're going to do them all like this. This is what we have left that we're covering. Of course, the whole building. This is the first portion that we've done. And we're talking about, you know, as I'd said before, we're very fluid in our plans for everything. And we're talking about maybe just doing a lime wash, a nice thick lime wash on the insides. Save us a step, basically. And we don't need to worry about them washing away or anything, so we'd have to maybe do a little work to smooth this out. Not necessarily the nice wavy contours that you get with the earth bags, but some of the rough areas where I didn't smooth it out while I was putting the mud on. So I think we might go with that. I hate to say for sure because it's, like I said, an ever-changing plan. We'll see what happens. All right, I am working on the inside. This is one of the walls. We're going to call this our final coat, but we've decided, or maybe rather I have, that we're going to do a lime wash or lime paint on top of this. It's just too dark. A lot of the straw shows up. A little bit more than what I wanted. This wall's got a little bit of cracking going on. I'm going to see if I can resolve that. I'm just going to lightly mist it. Put my big gloves on and see if I can just massage those cracks out. The lime wash or the lime paint would fill them in, but I'd rather start with fewer cracks the better. I'm not sure you can see any of the cracks, but this is just very gentle. I got the wall moistened with some misting water. Let's see if it lasts. And then my glove isn't full of junk. That's going to get it wet too. So just a nice gentle massage seems to be taking care of this. We'll see if that lasts. Give it a nice gentle massage. Fill in those cracks. Might have to do this a few more times. Basically, I probably have too much clay in my mix. You would think as humid as it's been with all our rain, that I wouldn't have to do this. Cracks erased. All right, I'm gonna go on up. So I'm going to go up above this line that I did yesterday. Oops, I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive with watering that wall. Start some mudding. So now what I'm going to do to get this smoother finish up here, a lot of people will use a sponge, a wet sponge, go over it, but that exposes a whole lot more of the straw. So I'm just going to get it misted and then use my glove. Kind of like what you just saw me do to get the cracks. Use it up, fill it in, and get that nice and moist. Take my glove off a little bit. Nice and moist. Just take my glove and give it a gentle massage. This works for me. It may not work for you. All right, we're getting rain all around us, so we're going to call it quits for the day. It's a little early, and we weren't supposed to get rain today. But it looks like we're going to. So anyway, that's going to finish this video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, put them in that comment section below this video, and we will see you next time. Bye.